Is this the end of Bollywood as we know it? If K-Jo is finding it hard to survive and looking to sell his Dharma productions, then what chance do others have? If a Salman Khan movie has got shelved for lack of viability, then what will other actors do? Take a cut in fees perhaps, as Ranveer Singh, Shahid Kapoor, Varun Dhawan, Kriti Sanon and Janhvi Kapoor have done. Or, like some bankable Bollywood stars, turn towards the more stable South Indian film industry to earn some bucks. As footfalls for Hindi movies in cinema halls have dropped drastically by 40% post-COVID. With screens idle, theatres have begun to rely on sequels and reruns to fill capacity. And with a veritable drought in new releases, film stars like Ajay Devgan and Alia Bhatt have diversified into other businesses to keep the moolah rolling in. When news first came out that Saregama and Reliance were in a race to buy Karan Johar's flagship production company Dharma Productions, which earned revenues of 520 crore last year, and that behind the scenes he had for quite some time actively been looking for a good valuation to sell a majority stake in his company, it shook the very heart of Bollywood when eventually it was Adar Poonawalla that finally clinched a 50% deal at a 2,000 crore valuation.
In today's environment, an independent production house cannot afford to make big-budget films on its own.
Johar also blamed superstars at a director's roundtable.
Male actors need to reassess their fees,
getting a repartee in return from the say-it-like-it-is Zoya Akhtar.
Karan, you have to stop paying, that's it.
Even Dharma's Rocky Aur Rani, which collected 160 crore in India, just about as much as its 150 crore budget, made money thanks to a similar amount collected from overseas. Star power by itself is also not sufficient to overcome the low box office. Even bankable star Ajay Devgan's Maidan flopped. Akshay Kumar Tiger Shroff's extravaganza Bade Miyan Chote Miyan also bombed, collecting just 110 crore of its 350 crore budget. So it was no wonder then that both their next lead roles were shelved. Akshay's Khiladi vs. Khiladi and Tiger Shroff's Crude Hila, as were 5 projects of Ranveer Singh, while Dawn 3, a franchise film, is likely to take off soon. But a Dharma Productions, Sallu Bhai's movie getting shelved was the one that really surprised everyone, as he has come back an umpteen number of times from the dead to hit record box office collections. Buzz, that was it. Many top actors not only dropped their fees, but also agreed to take a minuscule 20% of their uncut fee upfront, and the rest only after the producer recovered his money, thus making many projects viable because lead actor fees often take over 60 to 65% of production budgets. Seeing the actors in a compromising position, producers axed actor entourages of personal staff like hairdressers, makeup artists and private security, and stopped agreeing to their every whim. Some actors, after shooting in the sun or dirt, would make producers pay the cost of their dermatologist charges. One particular actor comes to the set with his own boombox, which follows the star wherever he goes, without a care for disturbing others.
It's to set the mood for the shot.
Now the actors would pay if he wanted his personal vanity van to be driven to whichever part of India the shooting was in, because all these quirks can often cost as much as 20 lakhs per shooting day, with personal spot boys, gym trainers, security staff, etc. raking it on the back of the actor. Producers are also fine-tuning pre-production and have stopped accepting script changes or extra days of shooting once the script is locked. The advent of artificial intelligence has just been at the right moment as producers look to cut costs and time in storyboarding, set decisions, costumes, dubbing, subtitling, animation and special effects. With film offers drying up in Bollywood, top film stars like Amitabh Bachchan, Saif Ali Khan, Ajay Devgan and Sanjay Dutt are all accepting character roles, mostly in the Telugu and Tamil film industry, charging uncut fees on a per-day basis for just 10 to 15 days of shooting. In exchange, a South film gets access to the lucrative North Indian Hindi-speaking belt, a price tag they can easily recover post-dubbing the film in Hindi. Because South Indian films have a better financial model, considering their main audience is in their linguistic state and partly in neighboring southern states, and Hindi box office is a good bonus. Attendance in the South cinema halls is as strong as before, partly because of their intense fan loyalty and partly because their content is better. However, there has been a 40% drop in footfalls for Hindi films since COVID, with a noticeable shift to streaming, but have still managed to maintain ticket sale numbers at pre-COVID levels of between 5,300 to 8,000 crore last year, only because of a sharp increase in ticket prices. because the actual earnings of movie chains like PVR Inox are through selling expensive popcorn and food, allowing them to be profitable even at 25% occupancy levels. Meanwhile, empty screens gave producers the idea to re-release older films on anniversaries or special occasions, which have contributed to 6% of PVR's footfalls. Some re-releases such as Tumbad even outperformed their original launch box office with earnings of 38 crore as opposed to the earlier 15.5. Meanwhile, more than 850 single-screen theaters have shut down as they are totally dependent on the success of the one and only film they screen. Undeterred, Ajay Devgan has invested in ultra-premium multiplex experiences, NY Cinemas, while Dishum Cinemas is looking at the business like a low-cost airline, opening basic multiplexes in smaller towns at a Rs 99 plus price point. Nowadays, most of the movies doing well at the box office are sequels, which can be banked upon considering they already have a franchise. But with both Singham Again and Bhool Bhulaiya 3 targeting the same Diwali weekend this 2024, because theaters often triple ticket prices in the holiday week, even in small towns where ticket prices for the two blockbusters were at a heavy 450 rupees. Still, neither garnered the expected collection of 500 crore as they cannibalized each other's earnings by splitting the 6,000 available screens nationwide. Pushpa 2 meanwhile got a free run on all 6,000 screens, collecting over 725 crore net by day 8, 425 crore in Hindi alone. The other problem in Bollywood is the unsold inventory of ready movies that are not yet bought by any OTT platform. One reason is that OTTs cannot properly value a movie's potential if it has not been released to the public. Many platforms discovered this the hard way during COVID when superstar-led movies bought at high prices failed on streaming. Even Salman Khan's Radhe, bought at 230 crore, flopped badly, garnering just 20 to 25 crore worth of new subscribers for Z5 and Z Cinema. Once in a while, a forced OTT release will go viral and earn tons, forcing platforms to pay much more than what they otherwise would have. But that's the price of safety, cause even that movie will be well watched on their platforms. This churn has made actors into business persons. Alia Bhatt launched a line of baby clothing, Edamama, which Reliance bought for a massive 300 to 350 crore. Others invest in startups, though actors have largely been failures in business. Amitabh Bachchan is old school and on a property buying spree, planning to stabilize his income from rent from the 7 properties he has bought in the last few years. While Shah Rukh Khan's Red Chillies has diversified into production of ad films to make sure staff salaries don't go out of pocket. Meanwhile, the other Khan, Amir, announced a hiatus from acting after the colossal failure of Lal Singh Chadda.
4 saal baad main lautunga.
And is the only one swimming against the tide by setting up a studio headed by an ex-Amazon Originals chief with one film, Lapata Ladies, already a commercial and critical success. Some actors like Ananya Pandey are exploiting a niche that goes with their personality. Sanjay Leela Bhansali alone is treating the small screen as a magnus opus with the super successful Hira Mandi, for which he also distributed the music himself because nobody was interested in period music, but which turned out to be a success with over 100 million streams on audio platforms. While Kareena Kapoor Khan, Neha Dhupia, Riya Chakravorty have all adopted YouTube. Darwin's theory of survival of the fittest seems to be at work here. Only those willing to adapt according to the changed environment will survive this down cycle, as this may well be the end of Bollywood as we know it. Because following Dharma's lead, Universal Studios is looking to do a similar deal with Farhan Akhtar's Excel Entertainment. Siddharth Roy Kapoor is also looking at a financial tie-up for his banner Roy Kapoor Films. And the brief shining star of Phantom Studios has also been sold to a new owner. BISBO's Limerick. The end of Bollywood is close at hand. Stars immaterial and so is the brand. Content is king and out goes bling. Time for storytellers to take a stand. You will also find these sources listed in our video description section.